Welcome live viewers, welcome replay viewers to my broadcast. I'm simulcasting on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, all with the same username everywhere, Tiffany TLC Music, right there. All my own music except one song written for me. Most of the music's modern American folk on acoustic guitar, but I also do some vocal looping, bluesy songs. Working on a piano arrangement for a new song. If you want to find out about when all that stuff's happening, please follow two spots. Twitter for my rare but important general announcements that I only make there, and then Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube to get notified and watch and have your chat show up in the merge chat area so we can have some cross-platform chat. Hi, Sky. How are you doing? I guess my gosh, it's been so long. I guess my broadcast title doesn't quite fit for you, right? Because you're not in the U.S. I'm encouraging people to vote because today in our, in the U.S. it's a big election day, and I've actually been volunteering and making phone calls. And I just needed a break, so I'm going to go back to it after a short broadcast. Anyway, how are you doing? What's the latest? I hope you're doing well. I know you've got lots of responsibilities in your life as a young person, taking care of your siblings and so on. I hope nothing's worse and maybe it's better. Oh, yeah, I'll bet. Oh, geez. Well, do you have a song that you want to hear? It's been a while. I'd be happy to do a specific song that you might like. I did all my political songs yesterday. Yeah, I'm really glad. We could do, I don't know, are you burnt out of work? I could do I'm So Done. I'm thinking about doing No Worries. I need that. It's the train song. Okay, you got it. We'll put that on the list. Sweet, we'll do that. Are you going to be able to, I'm doing pretty well, actually. I think I've mentioned to you, we've talked about sleep issues, and I've mentioned my sleep apnea, I think, and I recently have, there are new machines to help people that I tried one like 10 years ago or over 10 years ago, and it didn't work for me, but now they're better, and I did a trial of one, and it's worked really well. I don't have it dialed to where it's like perfect, but I have a rental machine now. It has a little mask, and it kind of helps. It kind of gives positive airway pressure. Something I didn't want to have to resort to, but it's really important to not have sleep apnea. So I'm at the moment feeling like excited about it because I've been dealing with it and trying to find alternatives to a CPAP machine for so long. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that did I forget? I didn't realize you also have sleep apnea? You prefer the mouth ones. So I'm doing nasal pillows, they're called. And jury's still out as to whether it's going to work. They're going to work. Because during the trial, I got little sores. But I think it was just because the headgear, how I had it, and it wasn't a humidified machine. And I'm really hoping that the nasal pillows work because it's called a minimalist mask or a freedom mask. It's like just a little strap, and the nasal pillows is like stripped down. I really like that. Oh, wow. So if you feel like sharing, how bad is it? Mine's moderate, 16 AHI per hour in my sleep test. But that was when I was on my side, sleeping on my side. Now I'm sleeping on my back because I had an accident and fractured my rib, my left rib, and I can't sleep on my side. Other reasons also, I can't sleep on my side. So sleeping on your back is not good for sleep apnea. Anyway, I had forgotten that. Wow. I don't find many people that have this in common with me. Not something I wish on anyone. Side was worse, so they recommended my back. Yeah, that's interesting. I have scoliosis, and I'm in physical therapy for that, and they want me to sleep on my back, but the sleep apnea people want me to sleep on my side. And with this latest issue with my ribs and some other issues, I have to sleep on my back. So I'm like, you know what? I need to try to get one of these machines. I've tried the mandibular advancement device. I still wear that. It's like a retainer kind of. It juts your jaw forward. I'm quite a sight at night now. I've got this little thing, juts my jaw forward, mouth taping. Look it up. There's actually research to support that. Reduces sleep apnea and mouth breathing. So I've got the mandibular advancement tape, and now a mask. It's mild, but okay, little diary of how many hours you get and what you do before sleep. You know what I recommend too, Sky, but I don't know. It could be that financially this isn't viable for you, but if you have, or maybe you already have, if you have a watch, like an Apple Watch, you can get them used, I think. You have to have one that's a certain year or later that will read your oxygens at night. I have found that is really great. But also, I've really been thrilled with this machine. The one I have is an APAP. It's a ResMed auto set, which means it's, instead of continuous positive air pressure, it's adjustable positive air pressure. And it tells me, I get data that comes automatically to a website that then I can look at it. It tells me how many events I've had an hour on the machine. Yeah. Oh, great. Yes. Okay. Yes. So you're talking about the watch. Yeah. Yeah. The watch is really nice. Although I've come to appreciate this machine because the watch, the oxygens, like last night was my first night on this rental machine. It was like, well, my oxygens look okay, but I had like 8 events an hour. I think I know what I'm going to be able to do to fix that. There's lots of adjustments that have to keep being made. But I was like, I'm glad to have the oxygen reader, but this machine's also pretty good because it's kind of like a constant sleep study because it can tell when you're breathing in and out, and it can tell when your breath isn't happening. And so anyway, so I don't know if the kind of machine you have is an adjustable. Only notice you're struggling to sleep when I would have way too much. Yeah, yep. Yeah, I hear ya. Look up mouth taping. I use surgical tape that's like about, I don't know, 1/4 inch. And it stopped the mouth breathing. I'm combining the nasal mask with the mouth tape and the mandibular advancement device, and it's a belt and suspenders project, really, because it's one of those things where it's kind of like COVID protection. They talk about layered protections. It's like everything you do can help a certain amount, and all together is where you're going to get the biggest bang for the buck. One of those kept coming off. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, give it a look. Just search mouth taping and like data or study. I think there's an article on sleepfoundation.org, but if you Google mouth taping sleep apnea study, something like that, you'll see there's some. It's not by itself going to do the trick, but the reason is okay, I have a demonstration. Watch when my jaw goes slack, when it's open, and I breathe. Isn't that pretty? I snore. Right now I'm breathing through my nose. It's fine. But when your jaw goes down, it helps block off the throat, which, I know that is true, Sky. And sneezing with mouth tape on is no fun either, but I've been using it for about a year. I do the neti pot at night. I don't know if you've heard of a neti pot, but it's also not a pretty endeavor, but it's like saline solution that you put. I just use regular salt, and you can look up how to mix it and stuff. And I microwave, a thing of water, put it in the neti pot with the salt, and you go like this in one nostril, and it goes out the other. Really pretty. But what happens is I do that at night. I do that in the morning, and then I'm pretty clear. I know, it is horrible, isn't it? I have to say, I remember when I first found out about this, and I was just kind of horrified. It's like, I don't want to have to sleep with a machine. Are you kidding me? Like, I mean, it's kind of scary and depressing, or that's how it felt back then. I don't know if you've had that feeling at times too, but it can feel just, but now I've tried so many other things and I'm more scared of having untreated sleep apnea because I'm sure you know it increases your risk for stroke and dementia and just talk about horrible. So I feel surrendered to it and actually excited, but sometimes I'm like, really, Tiff, you're excited to like keep an eye on my sleeping? Yeah. Well, I'm glad you have mild. Side effects are worse. Yeah, they are. They're worse. That's so true. I have horrible migraines, and I'm quite confident that that's related. I don't think it's the only cause, but it's a cause. Wow, so good to talk to you about this guy. Let's see. I'm trying to think of. I can't stay on too long because I got to get back to my political calls. I feel like this election is just, it's not as important as the last one, but it's very important. I'm trying to think of what would be, and we got Train. I want to do No Worries, but at least one other song. Maybe let's do Everybody's in a Circle. Hope you don't mind me asking this. How often do you get tests for it? Okay, so, no, I don't mind. You get them every 6 months for sleep apnea? You get tests every 6 months for sleep apnea? Is that what you're saying? I had a sleep study in 2010 that was at home. And then I had an at-home sleep study in 2021. And then I had an in-lab sleep study probably about a year ago now. They haven't been telling me to get them regularly, but I'll tell you something. This machine is like having a sleep study every night. Every night it's telling me how many events I had, which is interesting. But perhaps you mean something else. Yeah, really, that's interesting. Well, that sounds good. They probably have different protocol here, or, different healthcare providers do things differently. I don't know. Anyway, let's do Everybody's in a Circle. That's a nice cheery song, and we're going to be in a little circle, you and I, Sky. Might have to give that a look. I've got a little machine. Oh, you've got a little one. Yeah, so it's ResMed. Maybe you want to write this down, or maybe I'll put it down. Hope I got it all right. ResMed AirSense. A lot of little funny auto set. And you just want to make sure you have one with remote access, which you can't go wrong with a 10. Well, you can't go wrong with an 11. Ideally, AirSense 11, but 10 okay if has Wi-Fi connection, and they can actually adjust it remotely. So the vote is about, we have elections here in the US every 2 years, and these are the midterm elections. So we're not voting for president, but the Senate's at stake, the House of Representatives is at stake, and unfortunately with the inflation situation, people are blaming it on the party in power, and I'm in favor of the party in power, and so it's been a tough slog. I don't know how things are going to go tonight. All right, let's do Everybody's in a Circle. We'll do Everybody's in a Circle, No Worries, and then, oh gosh, those are a lot of peppy songs, 3 peppy songs. Is that all right? Or you know what? Let's do How I Want to Be. That's a little more some contrast. How I Want to Be, and then Everybody's in a How I Want to Be, No Worries, and then Train. How about that? Thanks, me too. I feel it's hard to even take a break, honestly. But I really needed to. I stand up when I do the calls and kind of pace around, and my legs are killing me. And it's just, I just need a mental break too. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, maybe take a picture of that. I'm so impressed with it so far. I'm using a 10 right now. The rental one is a 10. The Wi-Fi connection allows healthcare providers to remotely access and adjust your settings, like your pressure settings and so on. It's really cool. All right, everybody's in a circle. We'll finally, is that what we're doing? No, how I want to be. Oh, Lord. All right, this is a song that can kind of help when you're encountering people that maybe it's difficult to understand where they're coming from, and you're trying to empathize. Something that comes out. Yes, exactly. Sweet Sky. All right, let's do should we do, well, Train's so good at the end, so if you can hang out for one more, no worries, then I'll do Train. I should speed along. Excuse me. This is a song that I'm going to need as I wait for the election results to come in. And it's a song about, it's not about not having problems, it's just about not compounding them, inviting myself not to compound them, inviting all of us not to compound our problems by banging our heads against the wall over them. That's a good way to put it. All right. am I? I have the same last name as you, Emma. Tiffany L. Clark. I am a singer-songwriter amongst a number of things I do. Aw, that's sweet. Aw, Sky. Anyway, it's nice to have you, Emma Clark. I married into this name, Clark, and now it makes for fun initials, TLC, Tender Loving Care. Anyway, I got one more song per request by Sky. Train was going to take us out tonight. We always try to get on this train. We always try to board this train, but just like the music broadcast, it eventually leaves without us. It eventually leaves the station, or passes us by. But it always comes back around again. Choo choo. Yes. And remember, it's a funny song because it says woo woo. The train says woo woo. Now, this was not my choice. How old am I? Secrets. Guess. All right, Train Train is my kid's song. Well, I wrote it for my then 4.5-year-old. And he wanted it to say train, train, woo woo, not choo choo. Because in his opinion, trains don't really say choo choo. So that's why it says woo woo. All aboard! Train, train, woo, chugga, 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 train, train, woo, chugga, chugga. I see a train, it's going down the tracks. I'm afraid that it won't come back. Train, train, woo, chugga, 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 train, train, woo, chugga, chugga. It's going farther than my eyes can see. Hey there, train, away from me. Train, train, woo, chugga, 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 train, train, woo, chugga, chugga. It's no use, it's too far gone. Now I'm just left here singing this song. Train, train, woo, chugga, 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 train, train, woo, chugga, chugga. Train, train, woo, chugga, 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 train, train, woo, chugga, chugga. Always trying to catch that train. Sky, thanks so much for being with me. Emma Clark, it's nice to meet you. Others live and replay, I appreciate you being here. I've got to get on it because I'm trying to help our vote here in the U.S. We've got a big election today, and I'm going to make a bunch more calls. So thanks for being with me. Until next time, Sky, sweet dreams. You know what I'm talking about. And I hope I'd be curious to hear more about like what machine you're using and stuff if you feel like messaging me. But anyway, take care. Yes, hopefully talk to you soon. Take care. Big hug, Sky. Aw. Until next time.